Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Lone Star Radio on my mind.
Welcome to the Texas Ticket Show. This is Armando, and I'm with my co-host for the day, Melanie. Melanie, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Melanie, I'm glad you're here. Tell the audience who you are, what you do, because I don't think they've seen your face before.
Oh, I'm new. I guess I'm new to the area a little bit. My name is Melanie Wilkerson. I'm a business account manager. I sell Verizon products for a company called Wireless Zone. I am here to kind of hang out with you, and I enjoy hiking, long walks on the beach, reading books. Is there anything else that you wanted to know?
Oh, wow. Tell me, okay, favorite book?
Oh, favorite book. Let's see. All right, we'll go Jane Austen. I like The Persuasion. I'm a classics kind of girl.
Excellent. And you said you're new. Where'd you come from?
So I just moved here a couple of months ago from Branson, Missouri. So a tourist town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lots of timeshares out there.
Yeah. They call that the kids' Las Vegas.
Yeah, Branson. And I know a lot of this audience has been to Branson. We like, it's kind of in our, thing. Everybody likes a little Branson. And if they haven't been, Branson's got Dollyland, right? It's out there.
That's right. There's a few different things out there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Showy. Lots of show tunes.
What do you do for fun in Branson?
Hiking.
Mostly hiking. Do the guys hunt a lot? Is that happening? I mean, is the hunting? Are you allowed to hunt in Branson?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
So the outskirts, turkey, stuff like that.
Wow, we get a lot of turkey in Texas.
Well, that's why I mentioned it.
Not a
lot.
lot.
Different.
It is different. I went to California and there was a little, like a hike trail, and we went up this little mountain, and at the top there was clouds. It was so high up on this tiny little walkway, and we kept going up, and somewhere in the half mark, I'm like, I'll wait here, and it was like, I thought I'd go to the clouds today, but it's a little tougher than I thought. And so we stopped kind of the halfway mark, and we'll meet you on the way back. And there was this giant tree that has broke its way through a giant block of slate rock, and it was like these huge chunks of slate that were just, it was the coolest thing. I mean, it was like somebody made it, and it was like, well, the Lord made this one, man, this view is amazing. And while we're sitting in there just checking out the view, a whole flock of turkeys went by. I'm like, what in the world? Those are turkeys. And it's like, I'm trying to do my turkey calls and stuff, but they were just running amok in the park. Right now, we got turkeys, but they're not like wandering in our public parks.
Nope.
We got those already. But okay, so today we got a little show coming up. This is, and welcome to the Texas Ticket Show. I'm glad you're here. And so today on our show, we've got Charlie Way. And Charlie Way is coming in. He's a member of the Texas Gulf Coast Chamber of Commerce and a neighbor of mine here in Montgomery, which is just west of Conroe. And if you're not familiar, we have a few international events in the area as well, so I bring that orientation up because most everybody listening to the show knows where Montgomery is, and Willis, and some of the other local line areas. But Charlie Way Better Audio and Visual, will be here with his wife and co-owner of his company, and going to tell us all about that. I mean, I'd like to say I knew a lot more to share right now, but it's the only reason we brought him in, so he could tell us. So he'll be here shortly, right? Also, we have with us Tracey with Hands of Justice, and do you know who Sean Ryan is?
No, tell me.
Sean Ryan's show. He does a podcast, and I love the Sean Ryan show. And some episodes I love. Some are like, what's he talking to this guy for? And then you got to watch it to figure out why he brought them on the show and what his mindset was. And I get into some of his shows, and there are a lot of reach, a lot of stuff, kind of a guy's guy kind of show, because he brought a pastor on, and the only reason the pastor was on because he's all swole, hunts a lot, and he's like, okay, you're the most different pastor I've ever met. You got your stuff's going viral. Watch your channel, and the guy's huge. He's just all jacked, and and had a lot of great stories to tell about his exploration of faith and things, but he's a hunter. He's just such a outdoorsman, sportsman, and during his show he doesn't preach or anything. He hunts.
You get to know him.
Yeah, he's working out, and it's like, man. Yeah. So it's just kind of a cool, and the interview was really cool. But he recently had Tebow, and most people know who Tebow is. Heisman Trophy winner. Tebow is a NFL star, collegiate star, and Tebow is a big advocate of child abduction awareness kind of thing. And it was a big deal for him, and really impacted his life. He's now the father of, I think he has 2 girls, and so do I. And there's just the dynamic of how it impacts folks. And I wish I could do what they do and put a clip up of that episode, but the episode would reveal that he recognizes over 130,000 original IP addresses that are exchanging child pornography and things of that nature. Wow. And every month, and they're watching original programming. And there are maybe 3 to 4 people, he said, that manage and discipline this matter. So how are we handling it? Well, it was like a U.S. map, and it's covered with red dots. And he brought up a lot of things that when I met Tracey for the first time, she brought up to me as well, and touched on some of the same topics and some of the same things, but moving into more of the lifespan of the situation, because it moves in. I mean, every child predator typically, on average, 13 victims. And so we move into a situation with, they grow up, they're adults, they've been abused their entire lives. So I want to bring that up because there's some events going where you can support that. So our show typically rests on events and events-based programming. So I brought Tracey in because she's got some events to mention where you can come and delve in this a little bit in a different kind of way, and try to keep the waterworks to a minimum. But let's get this show started. Let's bring Tracey in. Tracey with Hands of Justice here in Conroe, Texas. Tracey, welcome to the show.
Hi. Thanks for having me today.
Tracey, now your for-profit work is with JRL Realty. You're a realtor here in the area. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you making time to join me and Melanie today.
I appreciate you having me for sure.
And I love the cause. We went to the Texas Gulf Coast Chamber of Commerce meeting. We got an opportunity to meet, and you spoke there and really, really touched. But you brought up a few events that were important, and I just want to give you the mic for a minute and let you share some of that with us. And and I know it's a bitter pill, folks. But it's something that I think awareness is really important, and ways to help that truly matter. I mean, I get it, but what can I do? And what can I do?
Well, let me tell you what you can do.
Yes, ma'am.
And that is, we do have our biggest fundraiser coming up. It is going to be September 18th from 11 to 1 here at the Hyatt Regency in Conroe. It is Fashion for Freedom. We have partnered with Community Assistance Center and Interfaith. They are providing the clothes for us to do. So we're doing a recycled fashion show. We've got some great public...
Derelict.
Yeah.
No, that's not a movie. I'm just trying to make everybody laugh before you.
Yeah. So we're still looking for sponsors, and we would love for anybody in the community to come out and attend. If you go to handsofjustice.org. And
I'm sorry, I stomped over. We're looking for sponsors for the fashion show at Hyatt at Grand Central Park, Conroe, here at the beautiful new facility here, right over at Grand Central Park. It's right off I-45, right behind where the Boy Scout camp used to be. Straight.
Yep.
And so tell me a little more. What's recycled clothes? Tell me about the cause itself. We understand. I mean, we'll get into that in just a minute, right? And but the night. Let's talk about the night.
So the afternoon is going to be about taking. It's going to be from 11 to 1 on September 18th, and we're going to show you how to take clothes from these 2 facilities that people donate clothes to all the time. And they give back to the community all the time. The Community Assistance Center and Interfaith are huge in our community here in Montgomery County. And so we're going to show you how to take clothing from these particular places and make some fabulous outfits for the runway.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So they're going to do that.
We have a stylist, Erin. She's with Cabby, and she is going to put the outfits together. We start in a couple of weekends getting those outfits together for our models. And that's going to be a lot of fun.
Tell me about the sponsors you have now. Let's give them a little shout out.
So right now we're working with Aaron, Community Assistance Center, and Interfaith right now. And that's who we're working with at this point. We're still looking for sponsors to help sponsor the event. So we need our community to get behind us and help sponsor this event so that we can.
And it's close enough for everybody in our listening range to be able to attend. So, and what are your hopes? What are the goals of the event? Where do you want to reach?
We're looking to raise $50,000. We
Okay.
need to expand our reach for continuing to help people here in our community, and what Hands of Justice does.
Why are you doing this?
We're doing this because there's a huge need for it.
Why are you doing it?
Why
Tracey?
am I doing it? Why am I passionate about helping Hands of Justice? 2016, my friend's daughter was shot and killed in the Woodlands, Texas, by her pimp. And so it's one of those that's close to home, being a mother of 4 daughters. We need to bring awareness to the trafficking that's going on in our community.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you think how do you get directly to them? I mean, if I came and watched a fashion show and wrote you a check, is that awareness?
No, let me just explain to you exactly what Hands of Justice does.
Okay.
Hands of Justice is a survivor-led nonprofit, and that's a huge part of it. And we are committed to walking along the side of adults that are coming out of trafficking. So what we provide is advocacy and support, and that has to do with, we provide court accompaniment. We do peer-led support groups, trauma-informed therapy, so trauma case management, licensed trauma therapy. They also have groups for Spanish-speaking individuals and their family members. We also provide economic empowerment, which means we help them with financial independence, employment opportunities. A lot of them need second chance employers. So if you're a second chance employer and you want to partner with us, please reach out to us. We do skill building workshops for them. We also work with providing scholarships for GEDs, college, trade schools, professional certifications.
Oh, that's awesome.
And community awareness is what I'm doing. I sit on the advisory board, and I want to bring awareness so that people know that we're here to help. We're in the community. We want to be able to help these adults coming out of trafficking.
Yeah. And are you finding other groups that you recommend? You brought up Interfaith, and you brought up another.
We have a lot of other people that we work with. There's Dawn Candy, who is our executive director, works hard at sending out, when someone reaches out to us and says, I need your help.
Yeah.
Dawn has a questionnaire that she sends out to them saying, do you have housing? Do you have a job? Do you have all the things that you need to start healing?
Yeah. And
then what can we provide, and what resources does Dawn need to give them? Or Carrie or Katrina, who are our patient care advocates that work for Hands of Justice. They start figuring out what partnerships do they need to start sending those people. We have what we can provide, but we have partners all across the board that we can send them, that can help them. We can help them on the side of being able to start their healing with the trauma therapy and getting their education and getting them back on their feet. But we have other partners that we work with across the board. Tell me
a little bit about trauma therapy. What do you mean?
So what people don't understand is unfortunately a lot of these individuals, they don't want to be trafficked. And even though they may have chosen to go into prostitution or what have you, at some point it flips. But remember that a lot of this started at home with child abuse, sexual abuse. And then at some point, the only thing that they know and they feel that they can do is prostitution. And then they go into prostitution, and then it flips. The pimp starts taking the money and starts telling them what they have to do. And that's not what they want. But unfortunately, they don't know that that's what's happened to them.
Yeah.
And so we want them to understand that is not something they have to do, that there are resources out there, that they literally, these adults have been dealing with trauma since they were little.
Yeah, that's terrible. I mean, I think saying it's terrible is even cheap in itself. You know what I mean? I don't even know how to describe the way I think that why we've come to that as a situation that we even have to deal with. I mean, people just think it's not really happening. It's not something that you know, and there's so many aspects. You know, the prostitution part is one, and I think the abduction part is another, and the slave trade is another, and there's layers to this, and I think a lot of psychological care can come into play there too, and where, but I think there's a fundamental. There's one that just somebody cares. You know,
Yeah.
anybody even listens. You know, I mean, maybe I maybe not be that answer, but the fact that somebody really cares, I think is one where if somebody answers the phone and cares, it's a good start to making people not feel like they're alone, because I think most people don't want to hear it. You know, have you come across this?
Well, people don't understand that Houston's the #1 city for trafficking. And that's very unfortunate. People don't understand that it's happening in their backyard. It's happening blatantly in front of their face. And so I want people to know that there's a resource, that if you need help, if you want to start the healing process, you want to continue your life successfully, and you feel you don't want to go back to those kinds of ways, that there are resources. There are people that care. We want to give you the tools to help you be successful.
I just think, you know, and whatever tragedy I've come across in my life, I think it's just me and the Lord mostly. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I don't think anybody really cares, and I don't really want to share it with anybody. You know, you wouldn't know. And, you know, I think in a lot of aspects, if I was starving, I wouldn't tell you. You know, if I was, you know, I mean, it just wouldn't be, you know.
I think the other thing is, like, I'm a mother of 2 girls. And so the other thing is, like, making sure that they're safe, right? And taking some precautions with their phones and devices, but also doing my best to protect them so that maybe the things that happened and the trauma that happened to me doesn't continue on generationally.
Yeah.
And so maybe that's the time when I do talk about certain things that maybe happened, so that generationally we don't end up using something like what you've got going.
That's a good point. I pre-prevention, you know, where it comes down to the home with the parents and the family and that family unit and its strength. And, you know, most people will develop a sense of self-respect, a sense of good and bad, down to that core from what they've been shared and shown. So when you tell me it started when they were young, they don't even know, and people find that hard to believe. Well, that's because they're on drugs, or that's because they do this. That's what we want to say, but the fact is that's not entirely the case. I mean, it is not, and I know it not to be, and there's a lot more to that. And
I think that's why what she does hits so close to home for me. I think that's why, like, I love what she does. And I love that she's going out and being a voice for this.
How do you vet them? I mean, is that necessary? Is it rude to even ask? I don't know.
Not
there
is a process. I know Dawn sends out a questionnaire to them to see, you know, again, if they're needing our help, what other resources do they need? Dawn has those resources to be able to pass to them and say, here's what we can help you with, but we partner with these people to be able to provide you housing, or to provide you, you know, education, to provide you. I know, you know, we work with different companies here in the local area that provide scholarships to becoming an esthetician or getting their GED, or, you know, so they have a questionnaire that they ask. And I think the other really neat thing that we do with our volunteers is we bring our volunteers in to give them, to inform them about trauma, you know, to inform them of the signs, to, if they encounter one of our survivors, that they are educated on what's going on. But it's just educating our community on the signs, the different things that are on the internet, and helping them be aware of what's going on in their community.
Yeah, and it's happening. I mean, it's not. Do you help any countries overseas?
I believe we have one overseas person that we have now that we help service because we have the internet. It's easier to help them, but we'll take anybody. Sure. Whether it's local or whether it's internationally, we want to be able to provide these services for anybody that needs them.
Do you have men? What kind of men are in your group? Tell me about that.
I don't know if we have any men that we're servicing, but we certainly would be willing to service them.
Yeah.
and provide the same things across the board. Because remember, men are trafficked as well. It's not just children and women. It's men as well.
And trafficking can have a lot of different uses. They're couriers, they're slaves, they're workers. They do everything else. Sexual abuse is involved, but it's not in its entirety.
Right.
And once there's no more use, and like breaking the horse's back, you know what I mean? I can't use the horse anymore. What do I need the horse? I don't need to feed it anymore. Things change, and then you end up with someone that is displaced.
Right.
For whatever reason, let your imagination run amok here. It is what it is. I don't know. I just think it's nuts. I just don't know. I'm glad there's some things to deal with the aftermath of it and the survivors of it, those that do, but I'm 100% certain it happens in everyone's home individually. We were talking a little earlier about where these things typically originate. And I know this is the touchiest of subjects, but share a little bit about that with us.
I mean, the unfortunate part of it is people don't realize that there are a lot of people out there that are trafficked by their family. The sexual abuse starts, then, it's now they're of age. They're 12, they're 13, they're 14, and now they can be trafficked and money can be made. And so the unfortunate part of it is it's not just the general public. It's some of this happens at home.
Yeah.
That's wild to me as a mom. That is wild.
That's crazy. I want to,
But again,
one
it goes
way.
back to that generational. It goes back to, I have a survivor that has given me permission to share her story, and that was that and I love her dearly, but it started with her uncle abusing her mother, and then her uncle abused her. And then from there, her uncle's boss then trafficked her. And she's the most beautiful human in the entire world. But it started at home. And that's the tragedy of it.
Well, I'm a full advocate on, if a dad disengages with his family, it's not good parenting either. Now, they need to be loved. Your children need to be loved. Don't think you can't love your own children because what's going on in this world. They need to be hugged. They need to be kissed. Their prayers need to be said every night. You need to be close. Family's a family unit. But it's got to be a family. I mean, I can love my pets, but I can't love my pets. There's a crazy break in humanity that a mind thinks it can do this. Now, I was meeting with some folks in Denmark earlier today, from Denmark, sorry. And to give an example, in contrast, I guess, no one carries a gun, right? They have, but a knife crime is on the rise.
Wow.
Right? Well, when I think about this, it only says one thing to a Texan. It's the people, right? Not the weapon. Right. If Denmark screams with no guns that knife crime is on the rise, certainly if you gave them all rocks, rock crime would be on the rise. If the only thing they had, they're out there with billy clubs, So people will, there's bad people everywhere. They're out there. Well, if we just assume there are no bad people, well, everybody says, well, yeah, of course we know that, But do we really realize that that they're here, they're around us, it's every day, it's in this place, and protecting your family and the people you care about is of the utmost importance, but loving them as well, being close to them is part of that importance, but you have to do it the right way. You have to be close. Abuse is physical abuse where you're hurting them or because you think it's the best thing for them is the lash is just, it's another rendition of sexual abuse, or there's other kinds. There's a million flavors to this, and it's the horrific side that just keeps on going. So a survivor can come from many ways to survive this, and it can cause these things. It can cause psychological damage that would impair them to some effect in the future. But sometimes some grit is good. In the hardest of times, we create strong people. in the softest of times. We create soft country. That's not who we are. What RFK was talking about, we're the beef jerky society is turning into a sandwich. We're tough people, and we need to know that that's part of humanity. That's part of who we are, and they'll always be there. There is no means to an end.
Right.
The only end we'll find is the end of times. But in the meantime, we'll look after ours, right? We'll shepherd the weak. We'll look after those that have fallen, and we'll try to do what we can to protect them. And I really love this event, this event coming up about supporting and being able to empower you to do the things that you can do best. I see very little other efforts. And with NPR and PBS no longer receiving funding, a lot of those nonprofit support can be channeled to things that are more local, like Lone Star Community Radio, like yourself and Hands of Justice, and other things that really make a direct impact with people in the trenches that can dissect these layers of possibility of minor failures, huge failures, and just catastrophes. I mean, they're all flavors. So there's light, there's medium, and then there's horrific, and it's just terrible. And I think all need your help, and even the light. And I'm glad that when I asked you the question, we welcome all was your answer. So I appreciate that. Tell me a little bit more about the event coming up, so I don't start crying on my own show.
So we have the Fashion for Freedom,
Yeah.
and it's going to be on September 18th from 11 to 1 at the Hyatt Regency here in Central Park in Conroe. And we're looking really forward to it because it's such a beautiful space. And we are the tickets are on sale right now. We're still looking for sponsors.
And if I want to sponsor you, how do we do that?
So you need to go to handsofjustice.org, and all of the sponsorships are on our website.
What's that website?
And that's handsofjustice.org. And you can sign up for your sponsorship there, or buy a ticket and just attend the event. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can also sponsor a survivor
Really?
to come.
Wow.
Yes. So we also
cool.
have sponsorships for you to. Most of the survivors cannot afford to come, and we love to support them and have them come to these events. So if you buy a ticket for yourself and you feel like you need to do more, sponsorship for a survivor would be awesome.
That's awesome. Well, do you have a phone number we can reach out to make contact with you? I have one, but it might be your personal. So let's see what we're going to. Nope. What do you got?
I have my own personal phone number. If people
Yeah.
needed to reach out to me, they could. I don't mind that at 713-478-7990. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Are tickets sold at the door, or we have to purchase those online?
I don't know if they're going to be sold at the door.
Okay.
But we hope to sell out and not have to sell them at the door.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So-
How many can you fit in there?
We've got 30 tables of 10 that we're
That's a lot of people.
that we're
Nice.
aspiring to. So
And speakers? Anyone there noteworthy you want to share? I mean, I'm sure they're all noteworthy. Don't let me do that. My bad.
I don't
Anyone off the
know.
top of your head? I know we still got a lot of time. It's September,
yeah,
right?
it's September. I don't know
Yeah.
who. I don't. We have our first real meeting about logistics and things like that this weekend or this
Okay.
Friday. So I'll have more information. But please, the website is the best source of information, handsofjustice.org. And all the information's up there. All the sponsorships are up there. The tickets are up there. So we would love to see anybody and everybody in the community there.
We'd like to see you guys step up. If you get an opportunity to share something with this community, this is a great way to do it. It makes a direct impact, a quick impact, and things that we're gonna get started working on pretty heavily. So we need to focus and get this thing as well as we can to defend ourselves the best we can. I don't, like I said, I don't think there's a means to an end, but I believe there's a way to slow it down and to stop and to take care of ours the best we can. And I look forward to learning more about it, looking into it. I would suggest watching that Sean Ryan episode with Tebow. Well, Tebow, Heisman Trophy winner Tebow. It's interesting on a national level to get that perspective, and maybe we'll see you there. Is food being served?
Yes, lunch is going to be served.
Awesome. Okay.
There's going to be raffles. There's going to be clothing donation to Community Assistance Center and Interfaith. So you can bring clothes that day. And I believe they're going to do something like if you bring clothes, you get a free raffle ticket kind of thing.
Cool.
But there's going to be lots of fun. They're going to do some boards with sponsorships, and people get to kind of put them around their neck and show their sponsorships in that kind of way. But we have lots of different things that we're going to do. But the exciting thing is it's going to be for the survivors so that they can get all the things that they need to keep healing.
Well, get a chance to meet you. Everyone else, they can reach out to you at the website. They can buy their tickets there as well. Like you
Yes,
said,
sir.
we'll show that link below. Tracey, thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me.
I very much appreciate you. Folks, we'll be right back after this with Charlie Way from Way Better Entertainment. We'll be right back.
Lone Star Radio on my mind.
Every Friday, tune into Texas Ticket on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM with Armando Nino of Go Lake Conroe, focusing on Montgomery County area events and places. Get a feel of the Texas spirit at the event, paired with guest and vendor interviews, event coverage, and ticket giveaways, and so much more. Join us Fridays and punch your Texas ticket. For more information on the show, visit irlonestar.com/Texas Ticket.
Lone Star Radio on my
Welcome
mind.
back to the Texas Ticket Show. This is Armando and Melanie.
So
What's up,
won't you
Melanie?
kick your
Chilling. And you know, I Hands of Justice. Wow. I got with me in the studio to join us, Mr. Charlie Way as promised, Kenia Way,
Like the country. Yeah.
like that country. It's not spelled that way, right?
No, no.
Oh, yeah.
Also not from that country, from another country.
Sure.
But-
But welcome. Glad you made it.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
And I'm just glad to see a neighbor from Montgomery. It's a small town. When I was there, it was a really small town. It was a small town when I was in the small town, you know, and it was 3A, right? We had one wannabe 3A school.
Yeah, not so
It
small.
wasn't
anymore.
it wasn't 3A yet. It was like a 2.5A.
Yeah.
It was like 92 people in the class of 90.
Wow.
89 was 79, 80, somewhere in there.
Hmm.
Our district attorney, Brett Legan, was also a member of the Montgomery High School graduating class of 1990. And we've most of the folks, Stacey Williams from Just for Clicks Photography, are all still here in this community. It's home, you know. And, you know, we look at the old Four Corners. Did you blink, you'll miss it. Well, you can blink a lot now. You can, I'm telling you, and you didn't miss it. We're still here, you know. It's not as true as it used to be. There's huge construction going on down there at the stadium at Montgomery High School. And Lions Creek High School, another 5A, back-to-back 5As in Montgomery now servicing that area, and multiple this, multiple that's a lot of stuff. And my neighbor, Charlie Way.
How's it going?
Good. Are kids are getting in? You getting them all enrolled, everything all?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Like this year was crazy enrollment. We almost missed deadline for the boss, but like we got in. Yeah.
Conroe, right? Conroe High School. You
Yes.
guys in Conroe. Yeah, mine, I got one in the junior high and got our fingers crossed, volleyball, you know. Like it's you know, it's cutthroat, you know. Some will make it, some won't.
Right?
You gotta, and it's the old school thing where you go to the, you know, the cafeteria first thing in the morning. It's posted on the wall. That I'm like, how do we find out about whether she's been? Oh, it'll be posted on the wall first thing in the morning. What wall? Cafeteria. Cafeteria. I'm like, I'm not even allowed in there. You know, I'm like, after school and before school, they'll be able to see whether they made the team. So, prep work, lots of prep work. Any athletes in the house?
Oh, we hope so. So, like, I'm from Venezuela, though, and then like we're super into baseball, and then we have a tuba too, like in the Astros. So I'm like, come on, kids, like just give me one more tuba generation, make us all proud. And so like I'm like slightly, trying to get them into baseball, like
Yep.
fishing them every day.
If I can get to scholarship level, I'm good. We can. I don't need them to go pro. You know.
Right.
Hey,
Just a little
let's
bit then.
level off in scholarship, and I think we're golden, right?
May I say they're like 3 and 5 years old. So like, and I'm already this intense. So yeah, poor things.
So,
Yeah.
so you guys are partners and co-owners of, as well as husband and wife, and of owners of the Way Better Entertainment and audio visual.
Way better sound and
Way
visuals.
Better sound and visual. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Not a DJ, right?
Not a DJ.
Not the DJ.
We can help you with some DJ services, but
But we're your local AV production company right here in Conroe.
Yeah, and you know, when I think AV, there's a lot of thoughts that come to mind, and you know, as I look through an amazing resume of clients and people you've worked with and things you've done, the products you offer, and the history to hear. We present you to strangers as if you just opened your door today, but it's not the case. You've worked with Methodist, St. Luke's, April Sound Country Club, St. Martin's, Rice Universities, the Lone Survivor Foundation. You've also been with Budweiser, let's say, pretty fan, and Warehouse Live and other fun stuff. Minute Maid Park. What's it called now? It's not even Minute Maid, is it anymore? Is it?
Oh yeah,
starts
it's
with a D.
the HVAC company.
Darker or something like that?
Daikin.
Daikin. That's that little
Yeah.
air condition, right?
Yeah. We
That
drove by
narrow
there the other
AC
day. It's like,
unit.
whoa, what happened to Minute Maid? Where's the
What was
oranges?
that?
I
It
know.
was the they had a name, the juice or something. There was some names that were really cute and clever around Minute Maid, and that they named bars and clubs and shops and things around the area after little clever Minute Maid takeoffs, and it was neat. I thought it was kind of cool, but now what do you do with all those signs? What are you doing? Do you do signage?
No signage.
No signage.
No.
But small, large events, medium events, and these colossal events. I was just watching some Bret Michael production, and if you don't know who Bret Michael is, he was the lead singer for Poison. You did a full audio visual set there and an amazing show.
Yeah, that was last fall. Great show. I don't know. They
Well,
still
tell
bring
me
it
tell me
to-
about the
to
mechanics.
audience. The mechanics. We brought in a full sound system, lighting system, video wall. It was for it was a charity event. Oh gosh.
Really? That's
What
great.
was the name? You got me on the spot here now.
So for a
but yeah,
charity.
it was a
Yeah,
charity
yeah, yeah.
event.
That's great.
Held in Houston.
But you got to be the audiovisual guy, and for all things there, I guess. I don't know.
All things there. Yeah, they had their own like crew, their
Roadies.
techs and roadies and stuff.
Roadies.
but,
Do you work with roadies a lot?
yeah, the bigger bands come through with them.
Yeah.
They have their own
And
people.
Sam, a smaller band, smaller musician,
Mhm.
and we're taking off. People like my sound, and we're wanting to go on the road a bit, but we're wanting to make a big impact. I mean, I just don't want to show up. I think you're a good fit for that. Do you work with any of the musicians in this way, or is it a trend, or what kind of trends are going
It's
on?
something new every
Who's
day.
buying? Who's buying right now?
You never know. Like we do things from galas and fundraisers.
Oh, you're doing the big one, the
The chairman's
Woodlands.
ball for the
yeah,
Woodlands.
yeah,
next
chairman's
weekend.
ball next weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think people are still trying to get seats and tables over there. That thing's going to sell out. What did you do for those guys?
So we're providing an LED dance floor for that. So we're bringing
Mm.
some vibes. We're providing a DJ and all of the uplighting around the perimeter. So
What's up, lighting?
uplighting? So that'd be like LED lighting wash on the walls, bringing some
Mm.
pizzazz to the
room.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a pretty esteemed event.
Yeah. We're excited. It's our first year to work with the chamber on this one.
Where's it at?
It'll
At
be
the
at the
Marriott.
Woodlands Marriott, at the Waterway there.
Oh wow, that's a
Really
nice
nice.
place.
Yeah.
Ooh la
Beautiful
la.
ballroom,
It sounds
beautiful hotel.
expensive.
So we were
Sounds pricey.
we were doing the math the other day. I think we do around 300,
300 events a
350
year.
events
Yeah.
a year, and we've been doing it for like almost 2 decades. So yeah, it's
Dang.
been a lot of fun. The-
Mhm. And maybe we should clarify a little more. Like
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
Services we provide.
Sure,
a lot
sure,
of times
sure.
people think we do like home theater or car audio or
No, not that.
all
Not
these
that.
misconceptions. But yeah, like live events. Think live events. Your stage, your sound systems, the wireless mics and speakers and whatnot. All of your event lighting, stage lighting, decor lighting. Video screens, the giant video walls, projectors, TVs, things
Giant
of
video
that
walls, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. With the staging, we can do custom stage build outs to your specs indoors. We've done some kind of fancier things with acrylic and whatnot. You can get creative. We have outdoor mobile stages that are.
You've
they
got
have
the mobile generators as well, right?
generators as
and
well. All the
some of the
infrastructure.
unforeseen, the less
Mhm.
glamorized stuff behind the scenes. You've got the mobile generators, and you've got parking lot lighting,
We don't do parking lot lighting.
the
no.
solar powered stuff, any of
No,
that
no.
kind of kits and stuff
It-
for. What about security? Do any of that sort of
We
things
don't
that
do
might be
any security.
lighting can be regarded sometimes. Floods, things like that, spotlights. Do you
Yeah,
do any of that
more,
stuff?
more about the stage and the ambiance.
And the event.
Yeah.
Okay.
the
So,
events.
sound kits. A lot of times I get approached by bands that want to introduce with a sound guy, and then they charge me another $1,000 to bring him along. Is there any way to avert this with your services?
So we run into this all the time with nonprofit that throw events at hotels, and they don't realize that they can totally use another company like ours and just like pay the fee and do something cheaper. They're still like providing a reliable system, but like for a fraction of the cost.
Yeah.
of
All
the
these big hotel
AV.
chains, they
Yeah.
pressure you into using their in-house
Audiovisual
AV
team.
provider.
Well,
yeah,
I bought a
which can be
soda there.
great.
I kind of know how the economics work at hotels. I mean, I think
Yeah.
everybody does. We all
Yeah.
know this. I mean, if
Yeah.
I buy my breakfast, the eggs, $15, and the bacon was another $5.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. I don't know. I don't eat a lot of bacon anymore.
That's a
but-
message we like to get out to a lot of nonprofits. They're trying to raise money.
Mhm.
They have to rent the space in the hotel to attract those clientele and get them into a nice, beautiful space. But one area that could save a lot of money, you can often pay a fee to the hotel, and they'll let you bring in the vendor of your choice. So we can come in and give them equivalent services, possibly better services. I don't know. For a fraction of the price in a lot of cases.
I think in most cases you'll find a better variety of services
Absolutely.
with some certainty. When I think of hard things like a 2x4, it's like, oh, my 2x4 is better than your 2x4.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
nothing
well,
against the hotel.
but
They
I
do
didn't
a
just
great
bring a
job, too.
2x4. I brought everything else, and the artistry, the a little more flair, a little something beyond what we minimum expectation. I need them to hear me. I'd like them to see me.
Mhm.
And a little more,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
Well, that's good. That's absolutely necessary. 100% vital. We're totally correct. But where's the showmanship in that? And I want to bring a show.
Yeah.
I want to bring a
It's
show.
customer centric, the customer's vision. We're not looking at corporate numbers like a giant, hotel corporation might be. We're more one-on-one with our clients. And what is your dream for this? We might pitch some ideas and, ooh, yeah, that sounds cool. Or I don't know. There's a lot more possibilities. Working with an outside provider.
And if I was you, I'd be, always wanting to do the crazy stuff. I'd be on the
that's
back
fun
end.
stuff.
You want a generator? Great. Check. Okay. You want some lights? Check. Okay. Great. Wow. When's anybody going to ask for the LED dance floor? Where's the LED dance floor at?
We have a good crew. I think we like to think of our crew as a good combo between like, I don't know, detail oriented and like fun.
Right.
Yeah, they're super creative. They're gonna deliver, but they're gonna have fun too. Yes.
Yeah.
I have a question. So all these events, you have all these things that you've done with these big names. Do you go to these things, or do you just go peace out and hope for the best? I was just wondering.
I mean, we're there. We're the first ones there and the last ones to leave. Sometimes we come in the day before if it's a bigger setup or an early start, and we're definitely there. These
Hands-on.
days, as business owners, we're probably at less events. We've really built up our staff over the years, and we've got some people we can really trust and lean on
great.
to treat our customers the
Have
way
to.
we would, the way we built the business.
Yeah, like family.
Like family,
Yeah.
I mean, it's real simple. We make people feel seen, heard, and supported. That's kind of our motto with our customers and what we do.
That's good. It's good to hear that y'all are customer centric.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
absolutely.
And you're at WBSAV.com. We can get everything we need there and kind of peruse the products. But if I were to look at your website, would I be looking at everything you offer?
Yes, I hope so.
Is there more that's not on there?
Yeah, well, I think the website maybe doesn't fully give the picture on the type of relationships that we have with our customers. I think we have opportunities there because like we're trying to become that go-to partner for life.
Yeah.
And our customers are like, I don't know, 80% recurrent,
That's
20% new.
And when I think about working with community, I always like, who's the strongest players in our community for the things that this community needs that are intended to support community?
Yeah.
We slow that down a little bit. Who's the person in our community we need to support events that are intended to support the community? So who would that player be that's here at home? And Mr. Way, I would say you're our number one bet, right? You're our number one call. I don't really feel like there is another player to the level that you work at and to the experience that you have and the clientele that you can show, prove, present. And the offering is complete, meaning I can see all things here. All needs can be satisfied under one roof, which is a nice thing. So I don't have to manage like a wedding and you know how hectic it can be. I got the cake lady, I got the nail lady, I got the hair lady, I got the dress lady, I got the seamstress, I got the photographer, I got the cake maker, I got the cooker. You know, it just goes on and on. That list was a short, there's about 20 others, you know. So what happens is if something's wrong with the cake, my whole it has this ripples in the pond effect.
Absolutely.
So if I can't get power to that stage, it doesn't matter who sold you the stage, right? And how quality that stage is, if there's no power to it, right? So having a turnkey, one call, one solution response is more so comforting to the effect that I can deal with it in a single phone call instead of having to manage other people. Let you do that. And those things are really comforting because there's so many other things that are important to that event: ticket sales, marketing, promotion, management of the band itself, and the other entertainment features, the whatever they may be, or the other catwalk, or the anything. I want to do some skywriting, or I want to do some crazy stuff, and well, if I'm still trying to get the basic stuff handled all the way to the date of the show, I didn't even have the room to think about it. I didn't have that bandwidth. I was completely engulfed in trying to bring management to something that I've paid for in 10 places rather than just having the one, because it freed everything else on my mind. It freed my mind to think and to bring those extras to play, those little garnishments, that the centerpieces, the more to the room itself versus worried about all the different entities that are responsible. And it's interesting on that dynamic, and I know a lot of the entertainers and promoters that are here in the community understand that. And we met at a School of Rock event, and it was put out by Jada England with Be Local at the time, and that was good 4 years ago, 5 years ago,
something like that.
And amazing stage out there at the back of Margaritaville. The music was fabulous, and I know that's all School of Rock, great guys. They've been out on the show before. We support them every chance we get. But what a concert! I mean, you could hear you in Panorama. I mean, oh man, I'll tell you, I was at the yacht club going, those kids are good. No, I'm kidding. I was right there. It was fabulous. It was a lot of fun. It was a great boat show and a home show. I think it was Bobby Castro's home show down there. Had a lot of fun, and then had a Battle of the Bands. Battle of the Bands. I was one of the judges for the Battle of the Bands. It was fantastic. Cameron Conception was there. We had several others, and I had a great time. Anyway, I was like, wow, this stage is incredible. Look at this, Jada, dang!
And back to your point about, all of the different elements involved, like all of the preparations in the world, we go out of our way and try to have contingency plans and bring backup gear for, things that we suspect could go awry. There's always the inevitable, the unforeseen thing. Yeah. And what's really important is knowing that, the vendors you choose to work with, trusting they're going to fix the problem. Problems happen.
Yeah. We can give our customers peace of mind.
Yeah. It's not just a paycheck. It's we're going to get it done.
I mean, man, I get a paycheck. You deal with all of it for me. You know what I mean? And you adopt that. That's a great thing. I mean, you get to really focus on some of this stuff, your sponsorship, your supporters, the people that help.
I think building that trust, though, is like a real big thing. Just knowing when there is a problem, if there is a problem, we're going to make it right before it's showtime.
Yeah. And you use third-party companies, little partners that do stuff for you?
We try to do everything in-house. Every now and then, nobody has everything. You got to lean on some friends here and there for the
And I know you didn't build the generator. Whatever. What I mean? I get it. But I mean, in regards to when I call and hey, where's that generator? Well, it's right here. And this is, I'm the guy you call. You didn't need to go find some other dude. And I'm not going to pass the buck. It's me. I take responsibility for the people I've chosen to distribute my products. Yep. So it's like I always talk to people, man, I don't know, I just work here. Well, you're wearing that shirt, so you're going to hear what I have to say now. And I'm going to have to tell you why you maybe chose a bad place to work, or you can help better the place you currently work at. And I'll give them an hour and a half.
Well, I get it a lot with working with Verizon products, so it's important to me too. So.
What's that?
So basically with Verizon, obviously like sometimes things don't go according to plan. And so they do like to go ahead and take responsibility for that kind of thing. I like to do some of the customer service work. I like to do the legwork. And so I completely understand what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Sure. Yeah, no, I see it. And you have to. I mean, if you're gonna put the shirt on, that means you put the shirt on. If it's too much, then it's too much, and maybe I'm wearing the wrong shirt. But no one's perfect, and it happens. And so recovery is always good.
Recovery is good. Use it as an opportunity to turn the situation into like a customer for life.
That's
because
right.
of the way you handled
Multi-billion-dollar sports clubs know how to punt.
Yeah.
We didn't make it in 3 downs. We're gonna punt now because
Right.
it's a tactic.
We're a
It's
win.
it's not me regressing. It's not me surrendering. It's a punt,
Yeah.
right? And it's tactical, and it needs to be done. But if you didn't punt, much worse place.
And we have this flawless reputation too. Like we have only 5 stars, no incidents. Yeah, like we're fully insured. Like I think we're a safe house, and we
That's
like
great.
it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of stuff's going on in Montgomery and downtown Montgomery. It's growing so crazy fast, and all the way out to Bryan College Station down that corridor. Any crazy events coming up out there? What do you got? What do you got on the slate? Where you?
College Station. I don't know. That's a market we need to tap into. Yeah.
We still do a lot of Houston events. I think we have like some crazy corporate events with like 10 different breakout rooms and things like that for Action Coach. And I don't know, fall is our busiest season, so it's going to be a lot of opportunities to connect people.
No, I love the ball coming up, right? And we'd love to share more about that. So I want to hear how it goes. I want to go shoot it, but I don't think they'll let me in. Can I come in? I'm with the press. No, sorry. I'm with Charlie.
I just want to take a picture.
I work for Charlie.
We'll get you a company hat.
I need a hat. But yeah,
Walk in the
that
back door of the mic stand.
but that's a great event. That's what I obviously trusted, and I think that says it all. So I really think that engagement says it all, and the way you get selected for that, and there's nothing about that group that's looking for the cheapest thing they can find, but they're looking for trusted, strong, reliable, absolute. So and I think that's where we can see that along with some of the other things and that you've been blessed to do and just been able to pull off or whatever. I don't know how hard it is. I mean, I have no clue the depth of your work and what it takes to execute a contract and how tedious that can be, but I'm sure there's a lot of detail. You're probably as nervous as the guy that holds the event.
Yeah, there's a lot on the line.
Yeah.
I hope this works.
No, but our people are so good. Like under pressure, like they're so good. Like they're always laughing and they're always like solving problems and like to the teeth. And it's like I am losing it on the other side, and they're like it'll all work
So
out.
Yeah, it's jokes and giggles loading the truck at the end of the night.
Yeah, at the end of the night. Yeah.
18-hour day in the sun, in the rain, whatever it is, and they're still carrying on, enjoying what they do.
Yeah.
So do you go out to any of what do you guys do for fun out here? You go out to any of the local wineries, local shows? What do you do? Theater folk
A
or?
little bit. We're kind of boring. We got kids.
And we have a 3 and a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
They're a lot of work. Like, so we take them everywhere, and then we try to look alive on Mondays.
Yeah, we used to do fun stuff. Nowadays, it's parks and
Festivals.
But you're in
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
that we wanted to go to. We're the ticket goers on the other side of the event that you're at, not thinking you're at the event. But you're at the
True.
event. But what number would they call to find you really quick?
281-974-5764
Okay.
or WBSAV.com.
WBSAV. And you're at
Way better
Facebook.
sound and visuals.
You're also at facebook.com/WBSAV. And
Yes.
info at WBSAV.com for an email if you wanted to email them from this program. You're free to do that. I don't
WBSAV.
That'd be a good that'd be a good radio show acronym. WBSAV in Cincinnati. No, that's WKRP. Yeah. We're gonna stick with that, That's all we got. And Charlie, I look forward to visiting with you there. And will you be going to that thing in September? I don't know, Tracey's Hands of Justice
Yeah, I'd like to be involved.
Absolutely,
we
yeah.
Buying a
talked to her,
ticket's a
yeah.
donation in itself. So
Yeah.
I mean, we can keep it at minimum for the show today. But I'm
So
gonna go. I wouldn't mind sharing a table or something. And if you guys want to do something like that, I want to go. I think that'd be cool. And I don't know what I can donate, how I can help, but I imagine they're going to tell us when we get there. Oh yeah.
I know that they're looking for things to raffle off as well.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Good idea.
So definitely just reach out to her.
I need to follow up because like I was offering to do the stage, the
Okay.
catwalk stage.
Oh,
Like,
that's
yeah, like
amazing.
we want to
Yeah,
help for
definitely.
sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
sure.
nice. Yeah, and it's close. I think logistically close. So it just depends where the stage comes from, but nevertheless, logistically close to where I live to go attend. So I'm good with it, and I'm excited about that, and I look forward to sharing your brand with the community, sharing what you do, especially two events that are supposed to be supporting this community as our local, our resident
Mm-hmm.
audio and visual
That's right.
provider.
That's right.
So I think that's a strong play, and it's a strong way, and it's the Charlie way. So,
And
folks,
hey, we want to throw out a quick call to action for
Okay,
your
okay.
loyal
Oh, yeah,
listeners.
we almost
almost forgot.
Yay,
Yeah.
Good job.
Anybody out there is planning a fundraising event or a
Yes.
gala, mention this radio show and that you listen to this interview, and we'll throw in a lighting package free of charge
dang!
as
All
a
right, guys.
contribution. It's
I
got to be for a
appreciate
good cause, though.
Got to be for a good cause. And you've got a lot of good causes on the horizon. What, November is Breast Cancer Awareness Month?
Mhm.
Right? November?
I want to say.
October. Somewhere right in
Mm,
there.
not
And
sure.
then you have, there are several that roll right after it that I remember from, previous years that it was just a trend right in the fall, right there in that little gap. It's got to be careful. What about Christmas? What about Christmas? What are you doing for, is there things you do in the Christmas holidays or typically every year?
Yeah, so we used to support the parades around here, but we also throw our own New Year's Eve party for our customers and neighbors.
Yeah.
And,
Might
like-
need some media for that.
Yeah, we
we'll
like
get in touch.
we have a band,
Weird.
we have a kids area, we have this video wall with video games for
Oh,
teenagers.
nice.
Like, yeah, it's our way to give back to the community.
So the media guy ate half the
And-
charcuterie tray. What's he doing over there? Is he even taking pictures? What? I'll be over there. What's he doing? Who invited that guy? All right, guys. Well, thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
I'm going to put all your links and brands down there, and I'll
Awesome.
share that the lighting offer with as many as we can that watch the programming. And we look forward to catching up again and meeting at some of these events, getting an opportunity to shake hands again, and seeing where the progress goes in the future. And grateful for you coming. Thank you for your
Thank
time today.
Appreciate it.
We'll be back right after this, folks.
Lone Star Radio.
Car enthusiasts of Conroe, FM 104.5 and 106.1 Lone Star Community Radio invites you to shift into gear every Monday from 1 to 2 with Cruising Car Club Talk with Robert and Randy for news on all things automotive in the greater Houston-Conroe area. Can't make a live show? We've got you covered. You can find all of our uncut content, including full episodes on Spotify, iTunes, Play Store, YouTube, Facebook, and irlonestar.com. Again, that's Mondays 1 to 2, Cruising Car Club Talk with Robert and Randy. See you there.
104.5. Lone Star Radio.
Welcome back to the Texas Ticket. This is the Punch Your Texas Ticket segment of the show. Massive breath.
You got it all in one.
Okay. So we got a lot of little events. I want to just rattle off really quick. We're running a little short on time. We had some great guests today, and it was a really fun show. Great to meet you as well and have you here on the program and share you with our audience. So I want to start with a few events coming up really quick. One, the Grimes County Hot Dog Hot Sauce. Not hot dog. Hot sauce.
I got excited.
Hot sauce. Wow. Hot Sauce Festival. This is going to have hot pepper eating contest, kids pepper eating contest, hot sauce shots, People's Choice Award for hot sauce, pet costume contest. It goes on and on.
They have it all.
None of this stuff's normal.
They
This
have
is
it
gonna the Grimes Hot Sauce Festival. I did it again. It's Saturday, August 16th from 12 to 5 p.m. and it's over at Deep Roots Vineyards in Blennersville, Texas. Better catch that out there. We We also have the 2025 International Medieval Combat Federation World Championships. That's going on Thursday, yesterday, today, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh, wow. Heck yeah.
Saturday, there is a 100 versus 100
That's
mass
a big
battle, they
fight.
call it. Full armored, full contact, blunted weapons now.
This is serious.
Blunted. But 100 anybody versus 100 anybody doing anything is just crazy. This is the Montgomery County Fairgrounds.
Outside in the heat.
Fairgrounds. It's covered.
This is worth seeing.
Yeah, and we're covering it. We were able to visit with some of the Denmark teams already landed. France and Germany are here. There, it's an international event. There's over 23 countries being represented here in Conroe, down at the Montgomery County Fairgrounds. You can go catch that. I think kids start at $10. A 3-day passes are available for adults. Go to Go Lake Conroe Facebook.com/Go Lake Conroe, and there are discount tickets will be presented there if you'd like to get. I think it's $5 for kids, and I think they can get you in for like $12 or something like that. You know,
Okay.
so and those are 1-day tickets. Just come and go. You know, they want just to get everybody out and just really help bring it to the community so we can represent the American team as well. That is going on at the Montgomery County Fairgrounds. Margaritaville has been the host for Margaritaville Magic Night. 1 day a month they have it over there at Margaritaville. It's being moved over to the Walden Yacht Club as it has completed its season at Margaritaville. So now it's going to start a new season, and the new location is the Walden Yacht Club. So once a month there'll be a magician from somewhere around the world that will present right there their magic. We've gone to 2 or 3 of these shows with Mr. Harry. It's remarkable. It's really cool. We really have a good time. But moving on now, Thunderpants. Bernhardt Winery, August 17th. Bernhardt, of course, Thunderpants is a 80s, 90s rock band. You know, spandex, big hair, all that.
Oh,
You can catch them over again at in Plantersville at Bernhardt Winery.
that sounds like fun.
Yeah, a little more about Bernhardt before we turn them over. Wait, Thunderpants is August 17th, 7 to 9. Sorry, interns. Bad Moon Rising, Clarence Clearwater Revival Tribute Band. They'll be out August 10th, 7 to 9 p.m. Also, Simply the Best, Tina Turner. Will be a tribute band of Tina Turner. Now, she's passed. She's amazing. Love me some Tina Turner. Also, Whitney Houston and Tina Turner tribute band, 7 to 9 p.m. August 24th. You can catch it over there. Mega Funk, 70s funk rock and blues. I don't know anything about that, but they'll be over also at Bernhardt on the August 30th. Mama Funk, 70s classic funk, rock and blues, and more.
Sounds old school.
Mm-hmm.
Like a blast.
Speaking of the Walden Yacht Club, our friends over at the Lions Club are going to have the biggest little car show in Walden. It's going to be at the Walden Yacht Club September 6th. It's the 3rd annual Lions Cruising Club's car show. It is way cool. Way cool. Homegrown, baby.
I love going to those.
All natural.
Those are amazing.
Yeah. Come on down. Awards, raffles, 50-50 drawings. And, of course, all of our local artesian markets are coming on the first Saturdays of every month. You can catch the Downtown Conroe Street Fest recurs every week on Saturdays down here in Conroe. You can catch the Artesian Market Grand Central Park Conroe, a free event September 6th. Anyway, I'd like to thank Messinahoff Winery, since 1977 award-winning winery in Bryan College Station. We'd like to thank them for all their support and their help and all that love and good wine. Also, like to thank Lone Star Community Radio. Be sure to take a look. You can donate, support, help them with the link down below to give a donation to Lone Star Community Radio, Hunger Crush Cafe, Hands of Justice, JRL Realty, Go Lake Conroe, and Way Better Audio and Visual. And thank you. We'll see you next week on the Texas Ticket Show.
Won't you kick your feet